Hello, English learners. Welcome back to Daily English Talks. I'm Mia, and today we're diving into one of the most important fluency building skills you can develop: thinking directly in English, not translating from your native language, not hesitating before you speak, but actually living in English with your thoughts, your conversations, and your expressions. If you've ever found yourself stuck trying to translate word for word in your head, or freezing up in a conversation because your brain was too slow, this video is for you. Get comfortable, relax your mind, and let's train your brain together. Thinking in English sounds like a big challenge at first, but it's something every fluent speaker had to train step by step. It doesn't happen overnight. Your brain wants to be efficient, and at first, translation feels like the easiest option, but over time, it becomes a roadblock. You hear a sentence in English, you translate it. Then you translate your answer, and by the time you're ready, the moment has already passed. The goal is to break that loop, to build a direct connection between your ideas and the English words that express them. That takes practice, but it's possible. And I'm going to guide you through it slowly and clearly. Let's begin with something very simple: your morning routine. From the moment you wake up, instead of thinking, "I have to brush my teeth," in your native language, try saying it in English in your mind. You don't even need to speak. Just think, "I'm brushing my teeth now," or "I need to brush my teeth." As you pour water into a cup, say mentally, "I'm drinking water. This is cold. It feels fresh." Describe your actions as they happen. No need to be perfect. Just let the English words become the voice in your head. Practice this with me now. Close your eyes and imagine your day beginning. Think with me, "I'm waking up. It's early. I feel sleepy. I sit up. I stretch my arms. I touch the floor with my feet. I walk to the bathroom. I brush my teeth. I rinse my mouth. I look in the mirror." These are simple, natural thoughts. Repeat them in your mind as you imagine doing each one. Now open your eyes. That's the beginning of thinking in English. When you build this habit, it's like learning to ride a bicycle. At first, you wobble. Your brain wants to go back to your first language. It's okay. Don't fight it. Just gently redirect your thoughts back to English. You can even say to yourself, "Let's try that again, in English this time." That small shift is powerful. It builds neural connections that get stronger the more you use them. Every time you pause and say something in English, even inside your head, you are making progress. Let's practice describing what's around us right now. Imagine you're sitting in your room. What do you see? Try saying these with me. There's a chair. There's a window. The sun is shining. I see a notebook. I see my phone. It's quiet here. I feel calm. Now try making it more personal. This is my favorite chair. I like this light. I don't want to move. Keep going. The more personal and real it feels, the easier it becomes to stay in English without slipping back into translation. When we practice this way, it's like we are feeding our brain English food. It needs repetition, familiar words, emotional connection. That's why daily life is the best place to train. You don't need to study grammar or memorize big lists. Just focus on one goal. Describe your world in English a little more every day. Start with nouns, then add verbs, then add feelings. Book, reading. I like this book. That's the core of fluency. Simple, true, and direct. Many learners feel shy doing this because it feels unnatural at first. But remember, you're not talking to anyone, you're just thinking. No one can hear your thoughts, but those silent sentences are your training. They are building your fluency more than any textbook can. And if you want to take it further, you can whisper or speak softly to yourself. Look around your room and say, "This is my desk. I use it every day. I'm sitting here now." That moment of real practice is worth more than an hour of silent reading. Let's practice again. Imagine it's lunchtime. What can you say in your mind? Repeat after me slowly. I'm hungry. I'm cooking rice. The water is boiling. I'm cutting vegetables. This smells good. I want to eat now. I sit down. I take a bite. This is delicious. I'm enjoying my food. That is thinking in English. One moment at a time. No pressure. No tests. Just natural expression in a new language. Now let's take a walk together. In your mind, I open the door. I walk outside. It's sunny. The air feels warm. I hear birds. I see trees. A car passes by. I smile. I feel good. I keep walking. These are ordinary moments, but they are your language gym. This is how fluency grows, not by translating, but by practicing direct thoughts in English. If you're not sure what to say, keep it simple. This is hot. That's cold. I like it. I don't like it. I am busy. I'm tired. I'm learning. I'm getting better. Use phrases you understand. Repeat them. Say them again and again until they feel automatic. Like brushing your teeth or tying your shoes. They should come without effort. That's how we train the brain. And now, let's practice one more time. Imagine you're getting ready for bed. I feel sleepy. I'm turning off the lights. I'm brushing my teeth. I change my clothes. I lie down. I close my eyes. It's quiet. I'm ready to sleep. I had a good day. I'm learning English. I'm proud of myself. That last sentence, I'm proud of myself. Say it again, because it's true. You're doing something powerful. you're changing your mind in a new language. Keep breathing slowly. Keep your thoughts gentle. Every time you bring your mind back to English, you are making progress. Even if you forget for hours and come back, that counts. That's the process. Step by step, thought by thought, moment by moment, you are training your brain to live in English. One of the best ways to begin thinking in English naturally is to start with things that repeat daily. Repetition creates comfort, and comfort creates fluency. So let's build a simple practice using the same words every day. Start each morning by greeting yourself in English. Good morning. How do I feel today? I'm tired. I feel okay. I feel excited. Then ask yourself, what am I going to do today? And answer with simple plans. I'll eat breakfast. I'll go to work. I'll study English. This small mental conversation, even if it only lasts a minute, builds a powerful routine in your brain. The key is not to wait until your English is perfect. The key is to start now using what you already know. You might make mistakes. That's okay. In fact, it's important. The brain learns by doing and correcting, not by waiting. So speak to yourself gently, even if it's only a few words. I'm going to take a shower. Then I'll drink tea. I like tea. It may feel childish at first, but this is exactly how children learn. By talking about what they see and do every day. Let's build more practice into your day. Imagine you're at the store. Look around in your mind and say what you see. There are apples. They look fresh. I need bread. I'm walking to the bakery section. I see a sale. That's good. I pick up the bread. It feels soft. I'm ready to pay. I wait in line. These sentences seem small, but they are fluent. They are in-the-moment thoughts in English. And that is the skill we are building. The brain needs associations to grow strong in English. That means connecting English words to images, feelings, and actions, not translations. For example, when you hear the word apple, don't think of your native word. Think of the round, red fruit, the taste, the crunch. Think apple and imagine it clearly. This is called mental immersion. The deeper your connection with English in your senses, the faster you will think directly in it. You can practice this every time you look at an object. Say its English name and picture it fully. Chair. What color is it? How does it feel? Spoon. Is it shiny? Is it heavy or light? Bag. What's inside? Speak in full images, not just words. Your brain is more visual than you realize, and connecting language with vision makes fluency faster and more nature. Let's try a guided practice now. Picture your backpack or your purse. Slowly describe it in your mind with me. It's black. There's a zipper. I keep my phone inside. I have a pen. I use it every day. It's old, but I like it. See how the picture comes alive with simple words? That is how we stop translating, by living the language. Another powerful technique is naming your emotions in English as they happen. Throughout the day, pause and say, I feel happy, or I'm stressed, or I'm calm. Emotions are strong and they connect deeply to language. If you feel nervous before a meeting, say, I'm nervous, but I'll be okay. These tiny self-talk moments are training your brain to use English for real life, not just for tests. Let's practice describing emotions now. Repeat slowly after me. I feel tired. I want to rest. I'm excited for today. I'm worried about my work. I feel relaxed now. I'm trying my best. I believe in myself. These are human thoughts. They are part of your real life. And the more you use them in English, the more English becomes a part of your real life. Now, let's imagine you're doing a task. Something like cooking dinner. In your mind, narrate each step with me. I take out the vegetables. I wash them. I cut the onions. I turn on the stove. The oil is hot. I add garlic. It smells amazing. I'm stirring the food. It's almost done. I taste it. It needs salt. I add some. Now it's perfect. I turn off the heat. I serve the food. Just like that, you've had an entire thought sequence in English. No translating, no stopping, just direct, natural language in motion. This method works best when you do it every day in tiny pockets of time. You don't need hours, just 5 minutes here, 3 minutes there. While walking, while waiting, while folding clothes, think in English during small actions. Over time, these small moments become your new habit, and one day you'll notice you're not translating anymore. You're just thinking and understanding and responding. It's okay if sometimes your brain goes back to your native language. That's normal. Just gently return to English when you notice. Don't criticize yourself. Say, I was thinking in my language. Now let's try that thought in English. Turn it into a game, not a punishment. The more forgiving and relaxed you are, the more your brain opens up to fluency. Now, let's talk about one of the most helpful habits, shadowing your own thoughts. That means you hear your inner voice and you repeat it out loud in English, or quietly if you're not alone. For example, you think, I need to check my messages. Then say it aloud in English. I need to check my messages. This creates a powerful loop. Thought, word, sound. And it builds speed, clarity, and confidence. Let's try that shadowing style now. I'll say a line. You think it first, then repeat it aloud. Ready? I have a lot to do today. I'm learning something new. This is interesting. I like this voice. I'm getting better at English. I enjoy this practice. I feel motivated. This is helping me. Good. That's how you internalize English. You move from silence to voice, from thinking to speaking, all without translating. And now, one final exercise in this part. Imagine you're sitting in a cafe alone with your chai. Hots. Look around in your mind and speak. There are people talking. I hear music. I smell coffee. The table is smooth. I feel relaxed. I'm thinking in English now. I'm enjoying this. I'm proud of myself. I'm moving forward. This is where fluency lives, not in the rules or the exams, but in the simple, quiet sentences that fill your day. Every time you choose to think a single thought in English, you are creating a new path in your brain. That path becomes easier, clearer, and faster each time. And soon, you'll find yourself responding to life directly in English, without fear, without delay, and without needing to translate anymore. One of the most beautiful shifts that happens when you begin to think in English is that the language starts to feel like part of who you are. Not just something you study, but something you live. It becomes your voice in the world, your way of noticing and understanding, your quiet companion through the day. And the more you trust it, the more fluent it becomes. Remember, fluency isn't fast speech or big words. Fluency is comfort. And comfort comes from gentle, consistent practice. Let's bring that comfort into the way you describe your environment right now. Look around you wherever you are. Try to name 5 things you see in English. Now describe something about each one. For example, I see a chair. It looks soft. I see my phone. It's on the table. I see a glass. There's water inside. I see the curtain. It's moving. I see the ceiling. It's white. That's how you train your brain to stay in English. By noticing, labeling, and describing in real time. If you feel stuck, use simple sentence frames to guide you. Start with I see, or I feel, or I'm doing. These frames give your mind a structure to build on. For example, I feel happy. I feel a little tired. I feel ready. I feel calm. Or I'm walking. I'm listening. I'm relaxing. I'm focusing. Each time you say these, you are teaching your brain to skip the translation step and go straight to meaning in English. Let's practice this now using movement. Stand up if you can and follow these thoughts. I'm standing up. I stretch my arms. I take a deep breath. I take one step forward. I turn left. I turn right. I sit down again. I feel my body relax. I smile. These small actions, described in real time, Create deep learning. This is your brain learning English not as theory, but as a living rhythm. Another helpful method is to describe your plans, even very short-term ones, in English. For example, you might say, "After this video, I will drink water. I will check my phone. I will cook dinner." These future sentences help your brain learn to think ahead in English, not just in the present moment. Then after you do the task, reflect in English. I drank water. I checked my phone. I made dinner. These before and after thoughts are powerful because they attach English to your actual experiences. Let's try it together. Think about what you'll do next after watching this video. Say it with me. I will rest. I will practice more. I will speak to myself in English. I will keep going. Then, later today, say, I did it. I practiced. I kept going. Those sentences are small victories, and each one is a step closer to real fluency. Now, let's shift into another practical activity. Thinking in categories. This exercise builds vocabulary naturally without memorization. Pick a category, for example, fruits, and list all the fruits you can think of in English. Apple, banana, orange. Mango, grapes, watermelon. Then try vegetables. Carrot, onion, tomato, lettuce, cucumber. Then do clothes, shirt, pants, shoes, socks, jacket, and so on. This kind of practice helps your brain organize English words by theme, which makes it easier to access them quickly when speaking. Try it now with me. Let's do one category together. Animals. Repeat after me. Dog, cat, bird, fish, horse, elephant, lion, tiger. Good. Now try describing one. A dog is friendly. A cat is quiet. Birds can fly. Elephants are big. This is how we build from words to thoughts, and from thoughts to fluent sentences. Another category that's very useful is actions. Verbs you use in daily life. Think of what you do each morning. Wake up, get up, brush teeth, wash face, eat breakfast, go to work. Now put them into sentences. I wake up at 7. I brush my teeth with cold water. I eat toast for breakfast. I go to work by bus. That's the rhythm of real-life English, and that rhythm becomes stronger every time you think it directly. Don't be afraid to repeat the same ideas again and again. Repetition is not boring. It's essential. The brain doesn't get tired of repetition when it's connected to life. If you say, I brush my teeth 100 times in a week, that phrase becomes automatic. You'll never need to translate it again. That's how we build a foundation, one block at a time. Let's go deeper now with a short shadowing meditation. Find a quiet moment. Sit comfortably. Close your eyes if you like, and repeat after me, slowly, softly, with feeling. I'm learning English. I'm thinking in English. I'm not perfect, but I'm getting better. I enjoy this practice. I am building fluency. I trust myself. I speak slowly. I speak clearly. I don't need to rush. I am improving every day. This gentle repetition rewires your internal voice. It tells your brain, this is normal, this is safe, this is mine. And over time, your English identity will grow. The part of you that lives comfortably inside the English language, that feels at home in its words and rhythms. That identity is not fake. It's not something separate from who you are. It's just another version of your mind, speaking in another language, but still fully you. And now, let's come back to describing life in the moment. Picture yourself in your kitchen. What are you doing? Say it with me. I'm opening the fridge. I'm looking for something to eat. I see eggs. I see milk. I take out the eggs. I crack them into a pan. I hear the sound. It's sizzling. I wait. I flip the eggs. They're ready. I serve them on a plate. I sit down to eat. I feel happy. That is fluent thinking. Slow, clear, real. Every time you build this kind of internal movie with words, your brain forms faster connections. The more you do it, the less you'll need to translate, because your thoughts will already be in English. And when your thoughts are in English, your speaking becomes smooth, your listening becomes easier, and your confidence grows naturally. When you start to think in English more often, you'll notice that some words come naturally and others don't. This is normal. It doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're growing. Your brain is sorting, learning, adapting. And the more attention you give to what you already know, the more space you create to learn what's next. So instead of focusing on what you can't say, start each day with what you can say. Celebrate the small sentences. Oh, they are the seeds of your fluency. Let's practice with short, complete thoughts that you can use anytime. Repeat these slowly after me. I like this moment. I enjoy learning. I am doing my best. I am improving step by step. I feel more confident today. I speak slowly and clearly. I listen with focus. I remember more each day. I trust the process. These simple affirmations help reprogram your thinking patterns and make English your natural internal voice. Now, let's try describing a common task. Doing laundry. Picture yourself in that moment and speak it with me in your mind. I take the clothes to the machine. I separate the colors. I add detergent. I close the lid. I press start. I wait. I hear the water. I smell the soap. I feel good. I'm getting things done. This might seem like a small, boring activity, but in terms of fluency, it's gold. Why? Because it's real, personal, and repeatable. All the things your brain needs to think directly in English. Now imagine this. You're walking down the street. There are people around you, cars passing, a light breeze in the air. Can you narrate the moment in English? Try with me. I walk slowly. I look around. The sun is warm. The road is quiet. A man is walking his dog. A child is riding a bike. I hear birds. I feel peaceful. This is fluency practice in motion. No textbook, no grammar drills. Just you and the world connected through English. To make this even more effective, add emotion to your sentences. Language becomes powerful when it's personal. Say things like, I love this quiet moment. I feel free when I walk. I enjoy the sound of birds. I'm happy to be learning. These sentences make English a part of your emotional landscape, not just your mental vocabulary. Let's do a few emotional reflections now. Think of something simple you love. Maybe it's coffee, tea, or music, or quiet mornings. Say it in English with feeling. I love the smell of coffee. I enjoy listening to soft music. I feel calm in the morning. I like quiet time with myself. I feel strong today. I'm proud of my small steps. These aren't just words. They are feelings in English. And when your feelings live in English, translation disappears. You might wonder, is it okay to mix English and my native language while thinking? Yes, at first, it's totally okay. But every time you notice it happening, try to gently bring your mind back to English. If a word is missing, say the sentence anyway and skip that word. Or say, I don't know the word for this, but I can still speak. Then continue. Your fluency will improve by trying, not by pausing. Let's try this style now. I'll leave a space where a word might be unknown. You can still speak around it. I'm going to the A to buy some fruit. I pick up a I and check the price. I pay with my I walk back home and open the I feel tired but happy. Even if you didn't know all the missing words, you followed the meaning. And next time, you might fill in one more blank. That's how learning works. With gentle layers, not pressure. Another beautiful way to think in English is to talk to yourself as if you're your own coach or best friend. When you feel nervous, say to yourself in English, it's okay. Take a deep breath. You're doing great. When you succeed at something, say, I did it. I'm proud of myself. I'm getting stronger. This self-talk becomes the soundtrack of your mind, and soon it flows naturally in English. Let's make this real. Imagine a situation where you feel nervous. Maybe it's speaking in public or making a phone call. What would your supportive English voice say to you? Try this with me. It's okay to be nervous. I'm allowed to feel this. I will do my best. I will speak slowly. I will focus on the message. It's okay if I make mistakes. I am learning. Can you feel the shift? That's how English becomes not just a language you use, but a language that supports you. Thinking in English is not just a skill, it's a habit. And like all habits, it grows with repetition and emotion. If you only practice once a week, it won't stick. But if you practice small moments every day, when you wake up, when you cook, when you rest, when you feel, then English becomes part of the way you live. It's not something you turn on and off. It's just there, ready, waiting, flowing. Let's finish this part with a short walkthrough of your entire day in English. Imagine the whole day from beginning to end and narrate it with me slowly. I wake up, I open the window, I breathe in fresh air, I wash my face, I drink water, I check my phone, I eat breakfast, I get dressed, I leave the house, I go to work or school, I talk to people, I listen, I do my best, I come back home, I eat dinner, I relax, I think about my day, I feel grateful, I'm learning English, I'm getting better. That's a full mental routine in English. A full inner movie from start to finish. And every time you repeat it, you build speed, strength, and softness. The three things fluency needs: speed to recall words, strength to express clearly, and softness to stay calm and keep going. You're not just learning English, you are becoming someone who lives in English. One gentle thought at a time. Now let's talk about one of the most helpful tools to train your brain for direct English thinking: storytelling. When you tell a story in English, even a short one, your brain stops translating and starts creating. It shifts from memorizing to imagining, from copying to expressing. And that's when English becomes alive inside you. You don't need a long or complex story. A small memory is enough. Just a moment you remember clearly, and you walk through it in English like a movie in your mind. Let's try it now. Think about something simple. Maybe the last time you went to a park. Close your eyes and remember it. Then follow along with me as I guide your thoughts in English. I walked to the park. The weather was sunny. I heard birds. I sat on a bench. Children were playing. I drank water. I took a deep breath. I smiled. I felt peaceful. That is a full story. A real memory told in simple English. That's exactly what your brain needs. You can do this every day. Choose one moment from your past. Even something as ordinary as making tea or taking the bus. And tell it to yourself in English. Keep it slow, emotional, and personal. For example, yesterday I cooked dinner. I chopped vegetables. I listened to music. The food smelled good. I felt proud of myself. I enjoyed the quiet moment. Notice how the words are easy, but the experience is deep. That's the power of telling your own story. You can even use your future to practice storytelling. Think of something you plan to do and imagine it as if it's already happened. For example, tomorrow I will go shopping. I will buy fruit and vegetables. I will speak to the cashier. I will walk home slowly. I will make dinner. I will rest after. This exercise not only helps your brain stay in English, it also builds confidence because you're practicing success before it happens. Let's do a full future story together now. Imagine tomorrow morning. Follow my words slowly in your mind. I will wake up at 7. I will drink warm tea. I will take a shower. I will get dressed. I will write in my notebook. I will speak to myself in English. I will go outside for a walk. I will enjoy the quiet. I will smile. I will feel good. That's not just language, that's mental rehearsal in English. And it's a powerful way to train your fluency muscle. Now, let's shift to describing thoughts and opinions. This is one of the clearest signs that your brain is thinking directly in English. When you can express not just actions but ideas, emotions, and beliefs, you've moved into deeper fluency. Start with soft opinions about daily life. For example, I like quiet mornings. I think tea is better than coffee. I believe learning slowly is more effective. I feel that rest is important. These are your real thoughts, and putting them into English makes them feel honest and alive. Try forming your own opinions now. Repeat after me and feel the meaning of each one. I think English is a beautiful language. I believe practice is the key. I like learning with calm videos. I feel more confident today. I think I'm getting better. Feel how those sentences reflect you. Not a textbook, not a script, but your real mind. And that's what fluency is. Your thoughts, in your voice, in your new language. If you ever feel stuck or unsure of what to say, try asking yourself simple questions in English and answering them gently. For example, ask, "What do I need right now?" And answer, "I need rest. I need focus. I need time." Or ask, "How do I feel today?" And answer, "I feel peaceful. I feel busy. I feel okay." This self-conversation is a great way to stay in English, especially when you're alone. It's private, safe, and powerful. Let's do a full self-talk exercise now. Just listen and repeat after me. Slowly. How do I feel? I feel calm. What do I need? I need motivation. What am I doing now? I'm learning English. What will I do next? I will keep practicing. How do I feel about my progress? I feel proud. You can do this anytime, on a walk, in your room, before sleep. It's your own gentle coaching session in English. And now, let's talk about one more powerful strategy: labeling your surroundings and actions out loud. This is especially helpful when you're at home alone or in a quiet place. You can speak softly or whisper if you prefer. As you move through your day, say things like, "I'm opening the door," "I'm picking up my book," "I'm writing a note," "I'm closing the window." These sentences connect your physical actions with English words. No translation, just direct awareness. Let's walk through a routine together. Repeat each sentence after me, imagining it clearly. I stand up. I walk to the window. I open the curtain. I look outside. I see the sky. I take a breath. I turn around. I walk to my desk. I sit down. I pick up a pen. I start writing. That's a real sequence of actions in real English. And every time you do this in your mind or aloud, your fluency deepens. Even when you're tired, you can think in English. Try this now. I feel tired. I want to rest. I'm slowing down. I will take a break. I deserve rest. I'm still learning. Notice how even in rest, your brain stays in the rhythm of English. That's the goal, to make English not just a task, but a soft companion in your daily life. It's not about how many words you know. It's about how often you use the words you already have. English becomes your language when it becomes your habit. And your habit grows one thought at a time. Whether you're cooking, walking, sitting quietly, or simply breathing. Let English be the voice in your head, not for anyone else, just for you. One of the most beautiful things about thinking in English is that it can begin in silence. No one needs to hear it. It doesn't require a classroom. It doesn't need a book or an internet connection. All it needs is you, your thoughts, your attention, and your intention to grow. Even while you're walking quietly or sitting on a bus or waiting in line, you can practice inside your mind, softly, with awareness. And that kind of quiet practice is often the most powerful. So let's walk through a quiet practice session together. You don't need to speak. Just listen and imagine the thoughts clearly in your mind. I'm sitting down. I feel the chair under me. I hear a soft sound in the background. My breathing is slow. I feel calm. I'm listening to English. I'm training my mind. I'm present. I'm learning. Feel how gentle and natural that was? This is how fluency grows without pressure, without speed, just through consistent, soft attention. Now let's turn this into a habit by attaching English thoughts to regular triggers in your day. For example, every time you wash your hands, think in English. The water is cold. The soap smells nice. I'm cleaning my hands. I feel fresh. Or every time you sit down to eat. I'm hungry. The food looks good. I take a bite. I enjoy this. I feel full now. These habits create English thinking loops. Your brain begins to associate familiar actions with English sentences, and that builds strong fluency pathways. Try practicing with these daily triggers now. Brushing your teeth. I hold my toothbrush. I turn on the water. I brush the top. I brush the bottom. I rinse. I feel clean. Making your bed. I fold the blanket. I smooth the sheet. I arrange the pillows. It looks neat. I feel organized. Getting dressed. I open the closet. I choose a shirt. I put it on. I check the mirror. I'm ready for the day. These are simple, powerful rituals that give your mind a chance to live in English. You might notice something. The more you practice these small routines, the more automatic they become. That's fluency. Not speaking fast, not knowing every word, but feeling comfortable, clear, and consistent. And comfort comes from repetition. That's why we don't need fancy vocabulary in this training. We just need to use the words we already know over and over again in real situations. Let's now try a shadowing practice where I describe a full day's routine and you follow along in your mind, repeating each idea. Ready? I wake up slowly. I check the time. I sit up. I stretch my arms. I get out of bed. I walk to the bathroom. I wash my face. I brush my teeth. I feel more awake. I make tea. I sit down at the table. I drink quietly. I feel peaceful. I check my schedule. I plan my day. All of these are normal, everyday moments, but in English, they become training opportunities. You can also practice describing objects around you. This helps you train your brain to connect physical things with English words directly, without translating. Look at anything near you, your phone, your bag, a glass, your keys, and describe it out loud or silently in English. My phone is black, it's on the table, the screen is clean, it feels smooth. My bag is blue, it has a zipper, it feels heavy. This exercise builds direct recognition. You see something, and the English comes to mind right away. Try 5 now. Look around you and find 5 things to describe in English. If you need help, borrow these phrases. This is a hug. It's white in color. It feels. I use it for Let's go through a few examples together. This is a notebook. It's white and green. It feels soft. I use it for writing. This is a cup. It's glass. It's cold. I use it for tea. These small moments help create fast automatic thinking in English. And what if you don't know the word for something? Don't stop. Work around it. Describe it in other ways. For example, if you don't know the word fork, say, "It's a tool I use to eat. It has small points. I use it with my food." The more you try to explain in English, even with limited vocabulary, the faster your fluency grows. You are training your brain to solve language problems without switching back to your native tongue. Let's practice this idea with a few items. I'll describe it. You try to guess what it is in English. Ready? This is something you use when it rains. It opens up above your head. It keeps you dry. What is it? Yes, an umbrella. Another one. This is something you wear on your feet. It protects your feet when you go outside. You tie it with laces. That's right. Shoes. See? You're thinking in English, solving in English. That's the goal. You can even make up small games with yourself to keep this fun. For example, go into your kitchen and describe 5 things in English. Then try to describe how to make something simple, like tea. I boil water. I put a tea bag in the cup. I pour the water. I wait. I add honey. I drink slowly. These kinds of exercises connect English to your senses: taste, touch, sight, sound. And that makes your memory stronger and longer lasting. And now, let's take a moment to just sit quietly again and reflect in English. Ask yourself softly in your mind, how am I doing today? What did I learn today? What do I want to keep practicing? Then answer slowly, I feel good. I learned new ways to think in English. I want to practice during my daily routine. I'm getting better. These quiet reflections are part of the process. They keep you grounded and remind you that fluency is not about speed. It's about connection. As we continue this journey together, remember this. You don't need to think in perfect English. You don't need to sound like a native speaker. You just need to let the language become yours. Simple, real, and alive inside your mind. One sentence at a time. One thought at a time. One moment at a time. That's how you stop translating. That's how you start thinking directly in English. As you build the habit of thinking in English, something special begins to happen. Your inner voice changes. It becomes softer, more open, more curious. You begin to notice that English is not just a language you're learning. It's a space you're creating inside yourself. A space for confidence, growth, and calm communication. Every time you choose to describe your day in English, every time you name your emotions or label your actions, you are deepening that space, making it more natural, more peaceful, and more yours. Thinking in English is like building a new room in your house. It takes time. First, you set the foundation, simple words and ideas. Then you add the walls, consistent thoughts and routines. Then the windows, moments where you look out into the world and respond in English. And finally, the furniture, your stories, your opinions, your inner voice. When that room is ready, you begin to live in it. And soon, you don't even realize you've moved in, because it feels like home. Let's take a slow walk through that room now, through your English thinking space. Close your eyes if you can. Imagine you are waking up inside your thoughts, and all your thoughts are in English. I feel the blanket. I open my eyes. The room is quiet. The air is cool. I stretch my body. I sit up slowly. I breathe in. I feel peaceful. These are not just sentences. They are your experience, your reality, described in a new language, without stress, without translation. Now open your imaginary window. Look outside. What do you see? Try it with me. I see the trees. They are moving in the wind. I see the sky. It is soft and blue. I hear birds. I hear a car far away. I feel still inside. This gentle narration is where fluency begins, not in grammar books, but in your own quiet presence, spoken in English. It's where your thoughts and your language become one. Let's keep going and add movement to your inner voice. Imagine getting ready for the day. I walk to the kitchen. I fill a glass with water. I take a sip. It's cold and fresh. I sit at the table. I check the time. I think about the day ahead. I smile. I feel ready. These moments may feel small, but they are not. They are powerful because they are your life. And when you describe your life in English, you are not just learning, you are becoming fluent. You might still wonder sometimes, what if I think too slowly? What if I don't know enough words? What if I make mistakes in my mind? And the answer is, that's okay. Fluency isn't about speed. It's about consistency. It's not about perfection. It's about permission. Permission to speak simply, to pause, to repeat, to whisper, to grow. The more gentle you are with yourself, the stronger your English voice becomes. Let's practice that permission together now. I'll say a thought, and you'll repeat it slowly, with patience and kindness. I am learning at my own pace. I don't need to rush. I'm allowed to pause. I'm allowed to repeat. I'm doing better than I think. My mind is strong. My practice is working. Feel how the words land in your body. Soft, steady, sure. This is not just language practice. This is training your inner voice to trust English. Now let's take this into real-life situations. Imagine you're getting on a bus or train. What can you think in English as you go? Follow me. I'm walking to the station. I see people waiting. I check the time. I hear the sound of the engine. The door opens. I step inside. I find a seat. I sit down. I look out the window. I think about where I'm going. All of that in your head in English. That's fluency. That's direct thinking in action. You can do this same practice in any setting. At a restaurant, I'm looking at the menu. I choose my food. I place my order. I wait. I see other people talking. My food arrives. It smells good. I take a bite. I feel satisfied. Or in a store, I'm walking through the aisle. I see the fruit. I choose apples. I check the price. I go to the counter. I pay with cash. I take the bag. I smile at the cashier. These ordinary scenes become your English classroom, your everyday fluency gym. If you want to go deeper, describe not just actions, but thoughts about those actions. For example, I see apples. They look fresh. I want to buy them. I think they will taste sweet. I feel happy about my choice. Or, I sit in the restaurant. I like this place. The music is nice. I feel calm here. I enjoy this moment. These thoughts connect your language with your feelings, and that's what makes it stick. Let's now try a thought layering practice together. I'll say a basic idea, then we'll build on it slowly with deeper thoughts. Ready? I'm sitting at my desk. I'm working on something. I feel focused. I enjoy this task. I think I'm doing well. I like how it feels to concentrate. I'm proud of this effort. I want to do more like this. Can you feel how the ideas expanded? That's your fluency stretching, growing, flowing. When you practice like this every day, even for just 5 or 10 minutes, something important shifts. You stop needing permission to speak. You stop waiting for the perfect sentence. You stop translating, because the English is already there, inside your mind, connected to your world. The goal isn't to speak fast. The goal is to think clearly, express honestly, and live gently in your new language. And here's something beautiful. You don't need to show this to anyone. This private practice is for you. It's your safe space, your quiet voice, your personal progress. And that kind of learning, the kind no one sees but you feel deeply, is the most powerful kind of all. Let's talk now about the rhythm of English thinking. Every language has its own music. And when you're learning English, it's not just about vocabulary or grammar. It's also about flow, the soft rhythm of thought and sound moving together. This rhythm can be slow. It can be light. It doesn't need to be sharp or quick. In fact, the more relaxed your rhythm, the more clearly you can think in English without translating. It becomes a conversation between you and your mind, a gentle back and forth between words and meaning. Let's feel that rhythm together with a breathing practice. Breathe in slowly, and on the exhale, think in English. I'm calm. Breathe in again, and exhale. I'm learning. Again, in and out. I'm present now. This practice connects your breath with your English voice. It gives your mind a natural space to think slowly and clearly, like soft waves rolling in and out on a quiet beach. You can use this rhythm anywhere, when you're walking, when you're resting, even while waiting in line. Slow breathing, simple English thoughts, connected in the same flow. For example, as you walk, match each step with a word. I am walking now. Then again, the air feels warm. And again, I am learning English. This movement-based thinking trains your body and mind together. It's one of the most powerful ways to stop translating and start thinking directly in English. Let's build a full rhythm practice now. Imagine you are walking through a quiet park. Say these thoughts in sync with your breathing or footsteps. I walk slowly. I see green trees. I feel the wind. I listen to birds. I smile softly. I feel alive. I speak inside my mind. I speak in English. This is what we call peaceful fluency, when language becomes a part of your movement, your stillness, your silence, your life. Now, let's shift to a helpful tool you can use anytime, asking and answering your own questions in English. These mini conversations help you become your own English coach. For example, you can ask, "What time is it?" and answer, "It's 8 o'clock." Or ask, "What do I need right now?" and answer, "I need water, I need rest, I need focus." These short dialogues build fluency fast because they mimic real life and give your brain practice in switching between listening and answering. Let's try one now. Ask in your mind, "How do I feel?" Answer, "I feel good." Ask, "What am I doing?" Answer, "I'm practicing English." Ask, "Why am I doing this?" Answer, "Because I want to speak fluently." Ask, "What's one thing I can do today?" Answer, "I can think in English for 5 minutes." That's it. Simple questions, simple answers. Repeated every day, and your fluency grows stronger step by step. Another thing that helps build direct English thinking is talking about your surroundings in categories. For example, go to your kitchen and list everything you see in English. Plate, spoon, bowl, fridge, water bottle, glass. Then go one step further. Describe them. The plate is white, the spoon is shiny, the fridge is full, the glass is empty. Then add emotions or opinions. I like this plate. I use this bowl often. This spoon is my favorite. This practice creates layers, objects, descriptions, feelings, and each layer builds fluency deeper. Let's practice with your room now. Think of 5 objects. Name them slowly. Bed, lamp, book, window, chair. Now describe. The bed is soft. The lamp is warm. The book is interesting. The window is open. The chair is wooden. Now add opinion. I love my bed. I like this light. I enjoy reading this book. I feel relaxed here. This chair is comfortable. With just a few objects, you've created full English thought without translating. Without stress. This works with people too. Think about someone you know, a friend, a teacher, a family member. Describe them simply in English. For example, my friend's name is Ali. He is kind. He likes music. He wears glasses. We talk often. Or, my sister is older than me. She is smart. She helps me with homework. She has long hair. These thoughts help you bring English into your real relationships, not just objects or actions, but the people who matter in your life. Now try it with yourself. Describe you in English. I am a learner. I love quiet mornings. I enjoy learning languages. I feel proud of my effort. I get nervous sometimes, but I try. These personal truths are what will stay with you, not the rules, not the perfect answers, but your voice, in English, telling your own story, honestly and simply. Let's go even deeper now and practice future thinking. This helps you plan and visualize your next steps, all in English. Try these with me. Tomorrow, I will practice again. I will speak to myself in English. I will describe my morning. I will focus on my breathing. I will enjoy the silence. I will grow stronger. These aren't just promises, they're invitations. Your mind responds to this kind of vision. It wants to grow into what you see. And if you speak that vision in English, fluency becomes your future self's home. And here's something to remember. You can restart this journey as many times as you need. If you forget to think in English for a day or even a week, it's okay. Don't judge yourself. Just come back gently. Say, I'm back now. I'm ready to try again. I'm still learning. That soft restart builds more strength than any perfect streak. Language learning is not a straight line. It's a spiral, and every loop brings you higher, even when you feel like you're starting over. Let's close this part with a full mind reset in English. Repeat these affirmations slowly. I am growing. I am present. I am learning at my own pace. I do not compare myself to others. I use simple English. I think gently. I pause when I need to. I continue when I'm ready. I live in English. I trust this process. Let that rhythm settle in. Let those words become part of your inner voice. As we continue this journey, it's important to remember that thinking in English is not about knowing every word. It's about knowing how to stay in English even when you don't know the word. That's a skill, and it's a skill you can build through patience and creativity. For example, instead of stopping when a word is missing, describe it with the words you do know. Instead of saying, I forgot the word, try, it's something I use when I cook. It's long and made of wood. That's called paraphrasing, and it's one of the strongest fluency tools you can learn. Let's practice paraphrasing now. I'll describe something without saying the exact word, and you try to guess it in English. Ready? It's something you use to cut paper. It has two sharp edges, and you open and close it with your fingers. Yes, scissors. Here's another one. You use it when you're cold. You wear it over your shirt. It has long sleeves. A sweater or a jacket. See? Even if the word doesn't come immediately, the description keeps you thinking in English, and that's what matters most. Now, let's switch and practice describing things from your life. Think of 5 objects near you. Choose one and describe it in 3 full English sentences without translating. For example, this is a small notebook. The cover is blue. I use it to write my thoughts. Then choose another. This is my phone. It feels warm in my hand. I use it to listen to English every day. This exercise doesn't require new words. It just requires presence, awareness, and the willingness to speak from your real life. If you ever feel unsure of your English, come back to this one question. Can I describe what I see? If the answer is yes, then you're already thinking in English. Don't worry about perfection. Think about connection. Describe a chair. It's brown. It has 4 legs. I sit on it when I study. Describe your shoes. They are black. They feel comfortable. I wear them every day. These aren't complex sentences. They're real sentences. And real language is what fluency is made of. Let's now focus on building simple internal monologues. Quiet conversations with yourself in English about how your day is going. You don't need to say much, just reflect gently. Today was busy. I woke up early. I had a lot to do. I felt tired, but I managed it. Now I'm resting. I'm practicing English. I'm proud of that. These little reflections turn your thoughts into English thoughts. They make the language part of your emotional experience. Try this now. Think back to yesterday and describe 3 things you did, slowly, calmly, and without translating. For example, I ate breakfast, I watched a video, I went outside for a walk. Then describe how you felt. I felt peaceful. I was a little tired, but I felt happy. These are your real moments, and when you put them in English, they become your fluency fuel. You can also use English to talk to your future self. Imagine yourself next week or next month, still practicing, still improving. Say things like, I hope you kept going. I hope you're still thinking in English. I hope you feel more confident now. I'm proud of you for not giving up. This kind of self-communication builds emotional fluency, the part of fluency that gives you strength when no one is watching. Let's pause here and do a soft internal dialogue, a short, simple conversation with yourself. Hi, how are you feeling today? I'm okay, a little tired but motivated. What did you do today? I studied. I practiced English. I listened and repeated. Did it help? Yes, I think it's working. I'm slowly improving. You can repeat this style anytime, in your head, while walking, before sleep. It's private, quiet, and powerful. Now let's take English into some specific areas of life. First, technology. Think about how often you use your phone or your computer. Instead of switching off your mind while using them, try to think in English as you go. For example, I'm checking my messages. I'm reading an email. I'm replying to my friend. I'm opening YouTube. I'm searching for English videos. You're already doing these actions. Now add the language. Make it part of your tech life. You can also practice thinking in English during small errands or chores. Cleaning your room? Say, I'm folding my clothes. I'm putting books on the shelf. I'm sweeping the floor. I feel organized now. Cooking? I'm washing the rice. I'm cutting vegetables. I'm turning on the stove. I smell garlic. It's almost done. These simple thoughts create strong memory links between English and daily life. And that's exactly how you stop translating. What's even more powerful is when you use English to describe your senses. What you see, hear, taste, smell, and feel. These thoughts are very real, and they stay with you because they involve emotion and awareness. Let's try that now. I see the sunlight on the wall. I hear soft music playing. I taste something sweet in my tea. I smell something warm in the air. I feel the texture of my sweater. I feel safe here. That is pure, full-body fluency, simple, sensory, and sincere. You can build these moments into your day by slowing down. Pay attention to your experience and name it gently in English. No need for fancy words, just real ones. This coffee is hot. I like the way it smells. This chair is soft. I feel relaxed. This moment is peaceful. These are the kinds of thoughts that don't need to be translated. They grow from the world around you, directly into your mind, in English. And always remember, Fluency is not a performance. It's not about impressing others. It's about building a language you can live in, one that helps you understand the world, express your truth, and feel connected to yourself and others. Every time you choose to think in English, even for just a minute, you are choosing that connection, that trust, that growth. The more often you think in English, the more it becomes your automatic language, not just for speaking, but for feeling, for reacting, for understanding the world around you without needing to stop and translate. And this transformation doesn't happen all at once. It begins with short, quiet moments, one sentence at a time, and it grows stronger each time you choose English over your native language for even a single thought. Let's build on that idea now. Let's imagine you're walking through your day, but this time you're narrating everything in English gently as it happens. I wake up, I stretch, I drink water, I get dressed, I check the weather, I choose what to wear, I open the window, I hear the birds, I smile to myself, I feel awake. Just like that, you've created a quiet movie in your mind, narrated in English, no pressure, no stress, just natural thoughts in your new voice. You can do this anytime. Even when you're doing something routine, like making your bed, brushing your hair, or washing the dishes, instead of letting your thoughts drift away or switch to your first language, gently invite English in. You might say, I'm brushing my hair slowly. I see myself in the mirror. I feel relaxed. My morning is quiet. I like this moment. These aren't grammar drills. These are your real thoughts, and the more you speak them in English, the more fluent you become. Let's now practice storytelling in English from memory. This helps your brain learn to express full ideas without translation. Think of a simple memory, something that happened yesterday or even this morning. Describe it with me now. This morning, I walked to the store. The weather was hot. I bought some bananas. I saw two people talking outside. I smiled at the cashier. I carried the bag home. It was a short walk. I felt calm. There's no rush, just soft description. And that's how you begin to speak and think fluently, naturally, and calmly. Storytelling doesn't have to be exciting. In fact, the simpler the story, the easier it is to think in English. Try telling yourself a story about a time you cleaned your room. I looked around. It was messy. I picked up clothes from the floor. I folded them. I put books back on the shelf. I dusted the table. I opened the window. The air felt fresh. I was happy when it was clean. Just 10 or 15 seconds of thought, and your mind is fully practicing in English. Now, let's explore describing feelings in more detail. Being able to name your feelings directly in English without translating is one of the most powerful fluency tools. Start simple. Say things like, I feel tired. I feel relaxed. I feel excited. I feel nervous. I feel okay today. Then go deeper. I'm proud of myself today. I feel a little distracted, but I'm trying. I feel motivated after listening to this. I feel connected to myself when I speak in English. These are the kind of sentences that help you live inside the language. You can also build a daily habit of checking in with yourself in English. Every morning, take 1 minute to ask, how do I feel? And answer honestly. I feel focused. I feel hopeful. I feel slow today, but that's okay. Then ask, what do I want today? And answer, I want to keep learning. I want to be kind to myself. I want to practice English in small ways. These reflections create emotional fluency, the kind that helps you grow, not just in language, but in self-awareness. Now let's combine actions, emotions, and environment. This helps deepen your mental English. Imagine you're cooking dinner. Say, I'm chopping vegetables. The smell is strong. The oil is hot in the pan. I'm feeling relaxed. I hear music in the background. I'm moving slowly. I'm proud of myself for cooking today. You've just combined sensory details, feelings, and action. And your brain processed it all in English without translation. Let's try that now in a different situation. Taking a shower. I turn on the water. It's warm. I feel relaxed. The sound is calming. I wash my hair. I breathe deeply. I enjoy the moment. I feel fresh. I feel clean. I feel ready. This is fluency that comes from living the language, not studying it, but experiencing it, slowly and naturally. You can even create your own thinking in English time, a moment during the day where you do all your mental processing in English. For example, during your evening walk or while you're drinking tea. Make that moment a routine, 5 minutes where you think only in English. Talk to yourself about anything, your day, your plans, your dreams, your feelings. This small, daily decision is how fluent thinking is built, not all at once, but steadily, softly, with love. Let's take another quiet, shadowing moment now, a soft self-talk that you can repeat in your mind or out loud. I am present. I am growing. My thoughts are clearer. My English is improving. I think more in English every day. I trust the process. I don't rush. I don't judge. I keep going. I am building something beautiful. Let those words settle into your breath, your voice, your rhythm. As you move forward, Continue to speak from your world, from your experience, from your truth. English is not a test for you to pass. It's a tool for you to live more fully, more freely, more clearly, and you are already doing it with every small thought, every sentence you repeat, every feeling you describe. You are learning to live your life in English, one peaceful step at a time. As your English thinking becomes more natural, you may begin to notice small changes in how you respond to the world. You might hear someone speaking English and understand it without needing to translate. You might think of a word in English before you remember it in your first language. You might even find yourself dreaming in English, or silently reacting to things using English thoughts. These changes can feel small, but they are huge signs of progress. They show that English is not just something you study. It's something you're beginning to live inside. Let's pause and reflect on this quiet progress. Think back to when you first started learning English. How did it feel? Maybe it felt slow, maybe overwhelming. But now, listen to yourself. You're thinking more clearly. You're practicing regularly. You're describing your life in English. You're building emotional connection with the language. And that's real growth. That's the kind of progress that creates lasting fluency. You don't need to know every rule to think in English. You don't need to use complicated words. The most fluent people in the world use simple, direct sentences most of the time. What makes them fluent is not what they say. It's how they stay present in the language, and that's what you're training now. Presence, comfort, flow. Let's now practice describing a full scene in the present moment. Imagine you are sitting in your favorite spot at home. Describe everything around you gently in English. I'm sitting on my bed. The window is open. I feel a breeze on my face. There is a book on the table. My phone is charging. The curtain is moving slightly. It's quiet. I feel peaceful here. Just by thinking in this way, you are training your brain to live inside English, sentence by sentence. Now add your feelings. I feel calm. I feel focused. I feel like I'm doing something important. I'm proud of my practice. I feel more connected to English today. These thoughts may seem small, but they are full of power. You're building an emotional relationship with English, and that relationship is what will carry you through every challenge. Let's try describing the past now, using simple, complete sentences. This morning, I made tea. I sat in the kitchen. I watched the sky change. I listened to music. I wrote in my notebook. I thought about my goals. I felt peaceful. These short reflections help you practice past tense naturally. not as a grammar exercise, but as a story you lived. You can also describe your hopes and dreams in English. This is one of the most beautiful ways to practice because it connects your learning to your heart. Try this with me. One day I want to travel. I want to speak confidently. I want to meet people from other countries. I want to have deep conversations. I want to feel free in English. I want to teach others what I've learned. These sentences are not just practice, they are your vision, and they help your brain believe in that future. Now let's do a soft inner dialogue, a reflection between your current self and your future self. Listen and repeat slowly. I know you're working hard. I see your effort. I see your progress. I know it's not easy, but you are growing. You are changing. Your thoughts are getting clearer. Your voice is becoming stronger. Keep going. You're on the right path. You are learning something powerful, and it's becoming part of you. This kind of internal encouragement is more than just language practice. It's emotional fluency. It's the ability to support yourself in your new language, to be kind to yourself in English, and to trust that your journey matters. Let's now turn to the future again. Imagine tomorrow morning. Say in your mind, I will wake up and breathe deeply. I will start my day slowly. I will think in English when I brush my teeth. I will describe my breakfast in English. I will speak kindly to myself. I will practice for a few minutes. I will stay calm. I will enjoy my learning. This kind of quiet planning gives your mind a clear, positive rhythm, one that encourages fluency without pressure. Another powerful technique is narrating your imagination. You can create scenes in your mind and describe them in English even if they haven't happened. This builds fluency through creativity. Imagine you're sitting in a cafe in another country. Picture the setting and describe it slowly. I'm sitting by the window. I see people walking by. I hear soft music. I'm drinking coffee. I feel relaxed. I look outside. I think about my journey. I feel proud to be here. Even if this hasn't happened yet, your brain processes it like a real experience, and it strengthens your fluency deeply. Let's go even further. Imagine speaking with someone new in English. Imagine the conversation. Hi, how are you? I'm good, thank you. What's your name? Where are you from? I'm learning English. I practice every day. I enjoy it. I want to speak fluently. These sentences prepare you for real life. And the more you rehearse them in your thoughts, the more easily they'll come when you need them. And finally, let's take a quiet moment to recognize how far you've come. Repeat this reflection slowly with your full heart. I am learning more than just a language. I am learning to trust myself. I am learning to grow. I am creating a new voice, a calm voice, a confident voice. My thoughts are changing. My mind is adapting. My fluency is getting stronger every day. This is the work. This is the journey. And you are doing it, thought by thought, breath by breath. And that's what truly matters. As we come to the end of this practice journey together, I want you to pause for a moment and feel the quiet strength you've been building, not just in your vocabulary, not just in your pronunciation, but in your thinking, in your presence, in your ability to stay calm and stay inside English. Even when no one else is around, even when it's just you and your thoughts. Thinking in English is not about forcing. It's about opening. It's about allowing the language to become a natural part of your daily life. Like a river flowing slowly through your day, sometimes loud, sometimes silent, but always there. It begins with one word, then one sentence, then one moment of describing what you see, what you feel, what you need. And the more you do it, the less you need to try, because your brain begins to carry the rhythm on its own. Let's revisit everything we've practiced. You've learned how to describe your surroundings, how to speak about your feelings, how to think in actions, how to recall your memories and imagine your future, all in English. You've practiced silent thinking, soft whispering, and slow inner dialogue. You've used everyday tasks, brushing your teeth, cooking, walking, folding clothes, as places to plant English thoughts. And each time you chose English, even for a few seconds, you changed your brain. You rewired a pattern. You built something lasting. And now, let's speak to ourselves one more time, slowly, kindly, with honesty. I've come a long way. I can think in English more ease. I still make mistakes, but I'm improving. I enjoy this kind of practice. I want to continue. I feel stronger. I feel more connected to this language. I am proud of the effort I've made. Let those words echo softly inside you. They are true. You've earned every one of them. From this point forward, your job is not to be perfect. Your job is to stay gentle, to stay present, to keep choosing English in small, personal ways throughout your day. When you see something, name it in English. When you feel something, describe it softly. When you remember something, tell the story. When you want to dream, dream in English words. You don't have to force anything. Just invite English in, again and again. Let's try one final reflection routine together. A full circle of thought, using everything you've practiced. I woke up this morning and opened my eyes. I stretched. I thought about my day. I brushed my teeth slowly. I looked in the mirror and smiled. I drank water. I sat down and took a deep breath. I listened to this voice. I stayed with my thoughts. I practiced describing my world. I named my emotions. I imagined my future in English. I felt calm. I felt strong. I know I am still learning, and that's okay. That rhythm is yours now. You can use it every day. You don't need a classroom or a textbook. You just need your daily life and your gentle attention. The world around you is full of language. And the more you speak to it in English, the more it speaks back to you through understanding, through confidence, through quiet fluency that lives in your breath and your thoughts. And if someday you feel tired or lost or slow again, return to this style of practice. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and say something simple. I am learning. I am present. I don't need to be perfect. I'm just here. That's enough. That's fluency, the kind that stays with you, even in silence. Thank you for walking with me through this long and peaceful journey. Thank you for showing up for yourself, for your mind, for your dreams. You've done something kind and powerful by choosing to practice in this way. And your English voice, your real, honest, natural English voice, is growing stronger every day. Keep going. Keep breathing. Keep living gently in English. I'll be here with you again soon. Until next time, take care of yourself and keep thinking in English.